Good morning and happy Friday. How is everyone? I'm feeling blue today. It's because everything I'm wearing is blue. I'm not feeling blue emotionally. Okay, so I got on the blue hat and I got on my blue corduroy jacket. You know it's a jacket. It's a shirt and a jacket, so it's called a jacket. And I got it at Glitzy Chicks in Cartersville, Georgia, and they're going out of business. And my heart is absolutely broken over it. But it's all based on this shirt. Lisa got me this shirt. Is that not the cutest thing? And it has a little, I don't know if you can tell, like a raw hem. It's long sleeves. And my blue earrings. Now, I did put on silver earrings, but I don't know, my earring fell out of my ear. I don't know what happened, but I was like, well, that's not good. And when I picked it up, this part fell off of this part, so the hook was still in my ear. I know it can be fixed, but I don't have time to fix it right now because I'm off today and I'm going to meet Kim and we're going to celebrate Christmas today. Man, that mock orange smells so good. Oh my gosh. I wish they could come up with a perfume that smells just like that mock orange. Or a home scent or something, because it just smells amazing. Anyway, thank you all for your birthday wishes. I wish I had the time to sit and thank each one of you in the comments. But I don't. I've been up all night long. Same with on my personal page. There's no way that I could sit and answer each one. So I just give a blanket thank you to you all who wished me a happy birthday. And the next thing is about me being late yesterday. First of all, nobody's at the office when I get there, ever. It's just me. Secondly, I'm very rarely late. But when I'm late here, it's not a big deal. Because like yesterday, I worked until 10 after 3. I was 15 minutes late. But my boss is like, I would rather you get to work safely, so don't worry about it. And she called me this morning to go over payables, and I said, you know I'm off. And she was like, oh crap. She said, no, I did not. I forgot to look. Then she said, did you get Hazel's stuff done? And I said, well, all but Danny's, because Lisa's been trying to pin him down to get his done. So anyway, long story short, Lisa pinned Danny down and got the work done. So I finished that this morning and sent it to Hazel. So I worked another probably 20 minutes today on my off day. So it's not a big deal if I'm late, because I'll probably work some this weekend too, to be quite honest, because those emails are relentless, and the more I can file and get out of the way, the better it'll be when I go back Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody taking care of business every day. She be taking care of business. I'll be back. So my boss gave me my birthday present. She left it on my doorstep yesterday, and when I opened it, she gave me this little ring, like a little friendship type ring. It's a thumb ring. It's too big, so I'm gonna run by Hallmark and see if I can get it in a size smaller. And if it won't go on my thumb, I got 9 other fingers that I can fit one on. But she also gave me a framed picture of Charlie. Did I tear up? Yes, I did. Do I love it? Yes, I do. And I'll show you it. It was one of my favorite pictures of him. Hey, we're not going back through the yard again, honey. I don't want to retrace my steps. And in the card, she wrote something about Charlie being the catalyst for our friendship. And I know I've told it before, but I'm going to tell it again. I was working at the sheriff's office part-time, And I didn't really have a set schedule, so I could go in as early as I wanted to, work as long as I wanted to. I just couldn't go over 29 hours a week. It was kind of a perk for going back to work there part-time, was setting your own hours. It was nice. Well, me being an early riser, if I woke up at 4:30 and I felt good, you know, like I'd had enough sleep, I'd go ahead and get up and start getting ready, and I would take Charlie for a walk, and I'd be at work at like 6 o'clock, because if you're not there early, they didn't have enough desks for everyone. How stupid is that? And so I wanted to get there super early so I could get a desk. Yeah. So Tommy, my boss, would see me walking up the road. I had a little battery operated lantern that I would swing like this just in case a car come flying down the road. I would also have on like I had a little toboggan thing, and it had a light in it, so I had that. And then Charlie had a light on his collar because it's dark. It's no street lights. It's dark. Well, Tommy would see me walking up the road with all my lighting gear and Charlie, and we didn't even know each other. I mean, but she felt bad for me because I hadn't been living here that long. And she came out to talk to me one day, and she said, "Why are you out walking so early with him?" And I said, "Well, I get up early to go to work. I like to get to work early because the earlier I get there, the earlier I can get off." See, because I would rather get off early and have the whole rest of the day to do whatever. And she said, "I don't like you out there walking in the dark, so why don't you start walking around in my vacant lot?" And I was like, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, if that's what you want to do." And I said, "Well, that would be great, especially for the morning walk." Anywho, I've already waved to you. Gosh, I'm just I did. I waved to her a few minutes ago. So that's how I started walking in her yard. But Charlie and her dog Coco fell in love. It was love at first sight. And it was funny because Charlie didn't always like other dogs. Now, he wasn't like Penny that didn't like any other dog. He did like some dogs. But he friended with Penny too. Friended with Penny? Whatever. He made friends with Penny pretty quickly. But he loved Coco like they were in love. And Coco doesn't like other dogs that well, but she loved Charlie. Well, when I would come home from work and I would take Charlie out for a walk, if Coco was out, she could see us when we hit the bottom of my driveway, and she would start barking. And he would start pulling me up the road. Please stand by. Okay. He would start pulling me up the road towards her house because he could hear Coco outside. And then he would start pulling me down her driveway. And this is like middle of the day. She's working. I'm already off, right? And I was always like, "No, Charlie, let's not go down here," you know? Because I always felt like I was bothering her. Charlie was very stubborn. And he would pull me. I know I could have, but God had a plan. Let's just put it that way. God had a plan, and it just happened, okay? I would walk him down there. Coco would come flying off the porch down to the fence, and they would stand and cry to each other and little kisses through the fence, and then he would have to pee on the fence, and then she would have to run pee, and it was a whole thing, right? It was just a whole little love affair. Well, long story short, Tommy fell in love with Charlie. Because let me tell you something, Charlie, a lot of y'all didn't get to see the real Charlie because, you know, he was already so old when I started doing this page. What is shaking back there? What's shaking, bacon? Sounds like something's coming loose back there. I don't know what it is. I don't know. She fell in love with Charlie. And so she didn't care that we were disturbing her or coming back there while she was sitting up on her porch. So, long story shorter, again, she invited me up to her porch, and we would sit and chat while the dogs had their little playtime. The funny part was Coco, who is a little Maltese about this tall, and Charlie, he was pretty decent size. He would be considered a medium-sized dog, even though most people thought he was a super tiny little dog. Coco, she put her little front feet up on his back, and it was all she could do to reach to put her little feet up on his little hips, and she would hump him. She was trying to hump him. It cracked me up. Anyway, I don't know. Tommy started talking about one of her employees had just left. She said, I need to find someone to take her place. And I said, well, I mean, I don't know anything about blinds or shades, but I'm a fast learner. So she said, well, do you know anything about this, and this? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, sure. And she said, well, she didn't say anything that day. So I go home, and she is a person who prays about everything, thinks about it, prays about it, studies about it. She does all the things before she makes a decision. I don't think it was but like the next day or maybe the day after that, she called me and she said, I don't want you to give me an answer today, but I would like to offer you a job. I accept. She said, I don't want you to answer me so quickly. I want you to pray about it. I said, I've already been praying about finding a new job. And I was praying on this walk. I was literally in tears praying that God would tell me what to do, because I need to make more money or I'm going to lose my house. And she said, oh. I said, yeah, because literally everything in this house has broken, and it's breaking me. I accepted the job, and that's been 5 years ago. So back to the point of being late, she knows me by now, and she knows that if I'm late, I make up my time. I more than make up my time. I'm going to go in Hallmark and see if I can get that ring in a smaller size. So I'll be back. Well, hi. And here we are. Where are we? I don't know. Is this where I'm supposed to turn? Maybe. I think so. I don't know. I'm back on the other side of the towns. I'm back on the other side of town. I used to live over here. Well, not over here, because this is where the rich people live. But I used to live on sort of the edge of this side. I always live on the edge, you know. I'm on the edge of East Cobb. East Cobb. I cannot. I take talk. East Cobb is a very rich area, okay? I'm on the edge, the very edge. I'm across the railroad tracks, to be quite honest, on the northeast edge of Cobb. When I lived on the west side, which is also a very ritzy side of town, I was on the edge. I was in the city of Maghreb back then, yes. But I used to travel this area quite a bit to go shopping in these high-to-do places. I came out here because there was a Belk, to be quite honest, okay? Because if you know anything about me, you know I love the Belk. They also had a Tuesday morning, which I'm still grieving over that one because they went out of business too. Why do all my favorite places go out of business? So rude. Oh, so is the color blue they painted on that house. By the way, speaking of the color blue, These are green. Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh, that's right, because this is pre-recorded and y'all can't tell me until I post it this afternoon. These are green. It's fine. You know what? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna have to be fine because I can't change them because I'm not near home. And that's more green-ish. I thought it was more bluish, but it'll be fine. I don't care. You know what? Kim's not gonna care. Her son's not gonna care. The waiter at Ted's Montana Grill might care, but I bet he or she probably won't say anything about it. Hi. Happy, Friday afternoon. I'm tired, y'all. I am so tired. So I left the house and I went to Hallmark and I exchanged my ring. And then I got in the car and I drove across town. I'm probably flushed because I'm hot. I got hot. Anywho, we went to Ted's Montana Grill and ate lunch and exchanged Christmas gifts. And then we went to Kirkland's and walked through there. And then we went to Famous Footwear and tried on a bunch of shoes. I did not buy any. Thank you very much. Although I saw some I like. Then we went to Hallmark, the Hallmark over here. She bought this at the Hallmark by me, which is why I knew we would go to this one, but I didn't know if they had these. And then we went to Barnes & Noble. And I got so flippin' hot in the Barnes & Noble. I could not breathe. But while we were in Famous Footwear, a song was playing on the radio, and I just looked it up because I had never heard it before. It's Carrie Underwood, and she's singing, I got my stretchy pants on. I got my stretchy pants on. It's something about, you know, the turkey and the stuffing and the, which we call dressing in the South. Anyway, it's so funny. It's such a funny song. It's got a good beat to it. And I was listening to it as I was walking around, and I said, did she say I've got my stretchy pants on? Is that what she had said? And so Micaiah walked around the corner. I said, did you hear that song? And he said, yeah. I said, did she say I got my stretchy pants on? He said, yeah, and kept walking like that was just a normal song. And I was like, a 20-year-old, you know? I thought it was hilarious, but anyway, I got my stretchy pants on. I always have my stretchy pants on. Don't you go nowhere without your stretchy pants on, because you might get to eat something, and you don't want no button-up britches. That's in the song, too. About the button-up britches, not about going to eat somewhere. Anyway, it's a cute song. Look it up. I think it's called the Stretchy Pants Song by Carrie Underwood. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. Okay, I'm home. I had done ran out of time. I am late for everything. I forgot to pick up dog food while I was out, so I got to go back out and get dog food. So anyway, I'm going to end this quickly. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people will be crazy. Hit the like, love, laugh option. And remember, oh yeah, I've already said all that. Okay, bye.